Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of the planes. In the last lecture we have discussed about various methods in which we are writing the equation of the planes. Okay, so let us start this lecture and we will see how to determine the angle between planes, how to determine the angle between a plane and a line, okay, and so many things, and we will do some important questions also. Okay, so let us start with the question itself. This first question says that you have to determine whether these four given points, this point A, B, C and D are coplanar or not. Okay, so we have to determine whether these points are coplanar or not. So one method, let's say this point A, B, C and D. Okay, so one method is we can do this by joining these 3 points C, D and B with A, okay, by considering these 3 vectors AB vector, AD vector and AC vector. Okay, if these 3 vectors are coplanar, okay, so then you can easily visualize here. If 3 vectors are coplanar, then their terminal points, that is this endpoint B, C, D and their common initial point A will be coplanar. Okay, so one method is by recognizing by determining whether these 3 vectors are coplanar or not. Other method can be we can write the equation of plane passing through any of these 3 vector. Okay, so sorry, points. So let me write the equation of a plane which pass through the points A, B and C. Equation of plane passing through A, B and C. Okay, let's say the equation is ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. Let us suppose. Okay, so if I put this d point in the equation of plane that is passing from the points A, B and C, and if d is satisfying the equation that we have just calculated, so we can easily say that the points A, B, C, D are what, coplanar, because this is already a plane which is passing through A, B, C, and if D is also satisfying this plane, then we can easily conclude that all the 4 points are coplanar. Okay, if D is not satisfying the plane, then we will say that the points A, B, C, D are not coplanar. Okay, so let us write the equation of plane that is passing from these 3 points A, B and C. Okay, this r minus a, where a is the position vector of point A, then this we can write a minus b, or we can write b minus a also. Okay, so b minus a and c minus a, STP of these 3 vectors will be 0. Okay, so I can write it as this r minus a vector will be x minus 2, y minus 2 and z plus 1. Then b minus a will be 3 minus 2, that is 1, 4 minus 2 and 2 minus 1 will be 3. Then c minus a I can write 7 minus 2, 5, 0 minus 2 and 6 minus 1. Okay, so by simplifying this determinant, x minus 2 times 14 plus 6, that is 20, minus of y minus 2 times 7 minus 15 is minus 8, and plus of z plus 1 times I can write minus 2 minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, so this will be 20x minus 2 plus 8 into y minus 2 and minus 12 times z plus 1 is equal to 0. So finally, by dividing it with 4, I can simplify this to be 5 times x minus 2 plus 2 times y minus 2 minus 3 times z plus 1 equal to 0, or 5x plus 2y minus 3z is equal to 5 plus 4, it's 9, 9 minus 3, oh, sorry, this will be minus 10, now plus 10 plus 4, and it will be plus 3 equal to 17. 5x plus 2y minus 3z is equal to 17. This is the equation of the plane that is passing through the point A, B and C. Now in order to determine whether the A, B, C, D 4 points are coplanar or not, let us check whether D point, that is D was 3, 1, 0. Let us check that this D point 3, 1, 0 is satisfying this equation or not. Okay, so by putting D point in the equation of plane, we get 5 into 3 plus 2 into 1 minus 3 into 0 is equal to 17. Okay, so D point is clearly satisfying the equation, and we can say hence that the points A, B, C and D are what? Coplanar. So in this manner we can also determine whether given 4 points are coplanar or not. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, that is how to determine what is the angle between any two planes. Okay, so let us consider the equation of plane 1 to be r1 dot n1 vector equal to d1. This is plane first, and second plane to be r vector dot some normal vector n2 vector equal to d2. Okay, so these are the equation of two planes. Okay, let us consider this plane to be first and this plane to be second. Okay, so we have to determine basically the angle between these two planes. So let me draw. This is the angle between two planes. If an acute angle is this theta, then other angle can be pi minus theta. Okay, so how to determine this angle theta? Okay, so our first plane is perpendicular to n1 vector and the second plane is perpendicular to n2 vector. So let me draw these two normal vectors. So let us consider this vector to be n1, which is perpendicular to the plane first, and this vector which is perpendicular to plane second is n2 vector. Okay, so you can clearly visualize here that the angle between these two normal vectors, because these two normal n1 and n2 are both perpendicular to respective plane 1 and 2, so whatever will be the angle between these two normal vectors, that is n1 vector and n2 vector, will be the angle between the plane itself. Okay, you can draw some analogy with 2D. Okay, if I say this is line 1, this is line 2, and the angle between line 1 and 2 is let us consider this to be theta. So if I draw a perpendicular line L1 dash, which is perpendicular to this L1 line, and another perpendicular line L2 dash, which is perpendicular to L2, then this angle will also be equal to theta. Okay, so that is the reason why we can say that whatever be the angle between the normal vectors is going to be the angle between the plane itself. Okay, so let me write it here. Whatever is the angle between the normal vectors that is n1 and n2 vector, whatever is the angle between the normal vectors n1 and n2 is the angle between planes. Okay, so in order to determine what is the angle between plane, we will just determine what is the angle between their normal vector. Okay, so if theta is the angle between these two planes, then I can write this cos theta to be n1 dot n2 vector divided by mod of n1 into mod of n2 vector. So this will be cos theta, and then we can write theta to be cos inverse n1 dot n2 divided by the product of their respective magnitude. Okay, so we can determine in this manner what is the angle between any two planes. Okay, let us understand this with the help of an example. So let me write the plane 1 to be x minus 2y plus 3z is equal to 0, and plane 2, let us consider plane 2 be r dot I cap minus j cap plus 2k cap is equal to say 6. Okay, so we have to find what is the angle between these two planes p1 and p2. So we will see what is the normal vector of these two vectors. So let us consider normal vector n1, which is the normal of plane p1. Okay, so this will be I minus 2j plus 3k cap, and normal of second plane will be I minus j plus 2k cap. Okay, so we can write this angle to be cos inverse of n1 dot n2 divided by their product of their magnitude. Okay, I hope you remember how to calculate the angle between any two vectors. n1 and n2 are vectors only. Okay, so this dot product, by using dot product we find the angle between two planes. Okay, so this will be cos inverse n1 dot n2 will be 1 plus 2 plus 6 divided by magnitude of n1 will be 1 plus 4, 5 plus 9 is 14, root 14, and the mod of n2 will be 1 plus 1 plus 4, that is root 6. So our answer will be theta equal to cos inverse 7 upon root 84. So this is the angle between these two planes. Okay, so in order to find the angle between two planes, you will just have to find the angle between their respective normals. Okay, so moving on to the next topic, that is how to determine what is the angle between a plane and a line. Okay, so let us consider this to be a plane and a line like this. Okay, so this is a line. So the angle between this plane and line is, let us assume it to be theta. Okay, so we have to determine what is the value of theta. Okay, so let us consider the equation of plane to be r dot n vector, r vector dot n vector is equal to d. So this is the equation of a plane, and let us consider the line to be r is equal to some a plus lambda times b vector. So this is a line. Okay, so how to determine what is the angle between this plane and the line. Okay, so observe that this normal vector n vector is the normal to the plane. Okay, so let me draw this n vector. I can draw this n vector anywhere. So this is our normal vector, this is normal to the plane. Okay, so you can visualize that this angle, the angle between the normal and the line, this angle will be 90 minus theta. Okay, because the line is intersecting the plane at an angle of theta, and let us consider this point of intersection of this line and the plane is to be this point P. So if I draw this normal vector at point P, then clearly this angle between the line and the normal vector is what, 90 minus theta. So we can easily calculate what is the angle, this 90 minus theta, by considering this normal vector, and considering this b vector, because b vector is what, parallel to the line. So if I calculate the angle between this normal vector b and this parallel vector b, so normal vector n and parallel vector b, then that angle will come out to be 90 minus theta. If I get 90 minus theta, then we can easily get what is the value of theta. Okay, so let me write, if theta is the angle between the plane and the line. Okay, then if theta is the angle between the plane and the line, then 90 minus theta will be the angle between normal vector n vector and the line. Okay, so we can write this cos of 90 minus theta angle, cos of 90 minus theta, as dot product of normal vector and parallel vector divided by their product of their magnitude. Okay, so we get sin theta is equal to n vector dot b vector divided by mod of n vector into b vector, and finally we can write this theta to be sin inverse n dot b vector divided by this. Okay, so always remember, whenever it is asked the angle between the plane and a line, whenever it is asked that determine the angle between plane and a line, you will have to determine what is the angle between the line and the normal vector of the plane. Okay, so if theta is the angle between line and plane, then 90 minus theta will be the angle between the normal vector and the line. So if you get 90 minus theta, you can easily get what is the value of theta. Okay, or you can remember this formula. Okay, consider this normal vector and parallel vector, and in the place of cos inverse you can easily write the sin inverse. Okay, so let us see an example. We have to find the angle between this plane. 2x minus y plus z minus 4 equal to 0 and this line. Okay, so what we will do, we will find the angle between this parallel vector of the line and the normal vector of the plane. Okay, and this angle will be our 90 minus theta angle. Okay, so let us write this b vector is equal to what, I cap minus j cap plus k cap, and our normal vector n vector is 2i minus j plus k cap. Okay, so if theta is angle between plane and line, then 90 minus theta is the angle between b and this n vector. Okay, so I can write cos of 90 minus theta is equal to b dot n vector divided by their product of their magnitude. Okay, yes, so this will be sin theta is equal to dot product of this b and n vector will be 2 plus 1 minus 1 and divided by their magnitude. Magnitude of b is root 3 and magnitude of n is root 6. Okay, so theta comes out to be sin inverse 2 upon root 18. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, I hope you are getting. So let us move on to the next topic, and that is how to find what is the line of intersection of two planes. Okay, any two lines if intersect, they will intersect always on a point. Okay, but if two planes are intersecting, then they will intersect always on a line. Okay, so there is always a line of intersection of two planes. Okay, you can easily visualize in the diagram. Let's say this is first plane and this is second plane. Okay, and if these planes are not parallel, they will intersect, and this is their line of intersection. This is their line of intersection. Okay, so how to determine the equation of this line of intersection, we will see. Let us consider this first plane to be r vector dot n1 vector equal to d1. So this is first plane and this is second plane. Okay, it means that this second plane is perpendicular to this n2 vector and this first plane is perpendicular to some n1 vector. Okay, it means if I draw any vector here in the plane P1, any vector in the plane P1 will be perpendicular to this n1 vector, because n1 is perpendicular to whole of the plane P1. So it will be perpendicular to any vector which we are drawing in the plane P1. Okay, so if I say that this vector that this line of intersection, okay, if I consider this to be a vector, this vector is in the plane P1 as well as in the plane P2. So ultimately this is let me call it as B vector. Okay, this B vector which is in the line of intersection, or we can say along the direction of the line of intersection. This B vector is in both the planes P1 as well as P2. So B vector is perpendicular to both n1 as well as n2. Okay, because B lies in both the planes. Okay, so if B is perpendicular to both these normal vectors n1 and n2, then I can say that the line of intersection, this line of intersection is always in the direction of this n1 cross n2. Okay, this only thing we have to remember. Okay, the line of intersection of any two planes is in the direction of the cross product of the two normal vectors. Okay, now let us see some example and we will see how we will write the equation of this line of intersection. Okay, so this question says if L1 is the line of intersection of the plane this and this. Okay, so these are two planes and the line of intersection of these two planes is what? L1. Okay, another set of plane is given, this plane and this plane. Okay, let me call this plane is P1, this plane is P2, this plane is P3 and this plane is P4. Okay, so P3 and P4, the line of intersection of P3 and P4 is what? L2. Okay, so the first part of question says we have to find the angle between L1 and L2. If we are asked about the angle between L1 and L2, there is no need to write the equation of this line L1 and L2. Okay, we can find the angle between these two lines without writing the equation of L1 and L2, because we know that L1 is in the direction, or I can say L1 is parallel to this n1 vector, parallel to n1 cross n2 vector, if n1 is the normal vector of first plane and n2 is the normal vector of second plane. Okay, so L1 is parallel to this n1 cross n2. What will be n1 cross n2? n1 is 2 minus 2, 3, and n2 is 1 minus 1, 1. Okay, cross product of these two will be we will block this 2 and 1, then it will be minus 2 plus 3, that is 1. By blocking this middle column, this 3 minus 2 will be 1 again, and by blocking the third column, this minus 2 plus 2, that is 0. So this is n1 cross n2 is nothing but I cap plus j cap. So L1, what was L1? L1 was the line of intersection of plane P1 and P2. So L1 is parallel to I cap plus j cap. Also L2 is parallel to because L2 is the line of intersection of plane P3 and plane P3 and P4. Okay, so if I consider this normal vector of P3 to be n3 vector and normal vector of plane P4 to be n4 vector, then our line of intersection L2 will be parallel to n3 cross n4. Okay, what will be n3? n3 is 1 2 minus 1 and n4 is 3 minus 1 2. Okay, so I have to take the cross product of these two. This will be 4 minus 1 3. By blocking this first column you have to just multiply and subtract. Okay, so 4 minus 1, that is 3, and by blocking this second column we will multiply this 3 and minus 1, that is minus 3 and minus 2, so it will be minus 5, and by blocking this third column we will get minus 1 minus 6, that is minus 7. Okay, so I get 3 I cap minus 5 j cap minus 7 k cap. Okay, so L2 is parallel to this vector. Okay, in order to find what is the angle between L1 and L2, we will just find what is the angle between these two vectors. Okay, so if theta is the angle between L1 and L2, then I can write cos theta or theta equal to cos inverse dot product of these two vectors will be 3 minus 5 divided by product of their magnitude, that is root 2, divided by 9 plus 25, that is 34. 34 plus 49 will be 83. Okay, yes, so final answer is cos inverse is minus 2 upon root 2 of root 2 into root 83. So this is the angle between lines L1 and L2. What are L1 L2? L1 is the line of intersection of plane P1 and P2. L2 is the line of intersection of the planes P3 and P4. Okay, the next question says find the equation of the line L1. Okay, so let us determine the equation of L1. Okay, this L1, you need to observe very carefully how I am going to write the equation of L1. L1 is the intersection of P1, that was P1 was 2x minus 2y plus 3z, 2x minus 2y plus 3z minus 2 equal to 0, and P2 was x minus y plus z plus 1 equal to 0. X minus y plus z plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, in order to write the equation of any line, we require two things. Okay, one is its parallel direction. So we have already determined what is the parallel direction of L1. L1 was parallel to I cap plus j cap. Okay, so let me write parallel vector of L1 is I cap plus j cap. The only thing we need is any point on the line L1. Okay, then we will be able to write the equation of L1. So how to determine any point on the L1? Okay, so let us consider this is the first plane, this is the second plane, and this is our line of intersection L1. Okay, any point on this line, we can determine it by the help of the equation of these two planes. Okay, how? You will have to just put any of the variable, because there is only two equation available and there are three variables x, y and z, so we cannot determine x, y and z. What we will do, we will just put any of these three variable x, y and z to be 0. Okay, So let me put this z is equal to 0. So we are left with 2x minus 2y minus 2 equal to 0 and x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, uh, what we are seeing that this line and this line basically these are the linear equation in two variable which represent the equation of line in 2D geometry. You can easily observe that these two lines are parallel and not coinciding. Okay, so we won't be able to solve these lines or these equations for x and y. Okay, so what we'll do, if z equal to 0 is not doing the thing for us, then we will put some other variable, say y equal to 0. Okay, so if I put y equal to 0, so we are left with 2x plus 3z minus 2 equal to 0, and the second equation is x plus z plus 1 equal to 0. Now we can solve what is the value of x and z. So multiply this equation second by 2 and subtract 3z minus 2z will be z, and minus 2 minus 2 will be minus 4 equal to 0. So z comes out to be 4. Y was already 0. If I put z equal to 4 in equation 1, I get 2x equal to what? 2 minus 12, that is minus 10, and x comes out to be minus 5. So this point x comma y comma z, that is minus 5, 0 and 4 is a point on L1. Okay, you will have to just put any of the three variable out of x, y and z to be 0. Okay, so by putting y equal to 0, you can ask that if after putting y equal to 0, these two equations are again insolvable, okay, are again giving us no solution for x and z, then what we'll do, then we will move for x, we will put x equal to 0. Okay, so you can again ask, if x equal to 0 is also not giving us any solution for y and z, then what we will do? So this will not be possible. Any these of three will always work for us. If z equal to 0 and y equal to 0 is not doing the thing for us, then x equal to 0 will always work. Okay, any of the these three will always work. Okay, so we have already had this point on L1, and then we can write the equation of L1 to be, L1 is a line that is passing through this minus 5, 0 and 4. So I can write this equation of L1 as x plus 5 divided by the coefficient of parallel vector, that is 1, equal to y minus 0 upon 1 equal to z minus 4 upon 0, because the coefficient of k cap is here 0. Okay, so this is the equation of line L1. You can also calculate in the similar manner what is the equation of L2. Okay, so this was our third question. What was the equation of L2? Okay, L2 is parallel to this vector. Okay, the only thing you need to do is to find any point on L2. You will again do the thing that I have mentioned here. You will put any of the three, just start by putting x equal to 0. If it's not working, then put y equal to 0. If this is also not working, then put z equal to 0. Okay, if these two are not working, then z equal to 0 will always work. Okay, okay, the fourth question is, what is the distance of origin from the plane containing line L1 and L2? Okay, so in the fourth question, in the fourth part, we have to find the equation of a plane which contain the line L1 and which contain the line L2 also. Okay, then only we can find what is the distance of that plane from the origin. Okay, so we have already written what is the equation of L1. L1 is this, Okay, L1 is this point minus 5 comma 0 comma 4 is lying on the line L1, and L1 is completely lying inside the plane, hence the point minus 4, 0 and 4 is also in the plane. Okay, so we already have a point that is inside the plane. The only thing is to find the normal vector of the plane. Okay, so L1 was parallel to I cap plus j cap, L2 was parallel to 3 I cap minus 5j and minus 7 k cap. Okay, if L1 is parallel to this vector, L2 is parallel to this vector, and L1 L2 are both lying inside the plane, then the cross product of these two vector will be the normal vector of our plane. Okay, so by solving this you can get the normal vector, and this is a point which is already lying in the plane, and then you can write r minus a dot n vector is equal to 0. So this will be our required plane. Okay, if you get the equation of plane, then we can easily get the distance, the perpendicular distance of that plane from origin. Okay, we have the formula for that, or in other terms we can convert this plane into normal form in order to find what is the perpendicular distance of that plane from origin. Okay, let us see this next question. Find the line of intersection of the plane this and this. Again, this is very same question. Okay, we are given two planes, we have to find the line of intersection. It means we have to find the equation of line of intersection. Okay, so this n1 vector will be what? I cap minus j cap plus 2k cap, n2 vector will be 3i plus j plus k cap. Okay, so our line of intersection will be parallel to what? n1 cross n2. What will be n1 cross n2? 1 minus 1 2, 3 1 1. Okay, cross product will be minus 1 minus 2 will be minus 3. Okay, then by blocking these middle terms, 3 into 2 6 minus 1, that is 5, and lastly by blocking these two terms we get 1 plus 3, that is 4. Okay, so this is minus 3 I cap plus 5 j cap plus 4 k cap. Okay, so this is our parallel vector. The only thing that we need is any point on the line of intersection. Okay, so what we can do, we will just start by putting x equal to 0. So we are left with minus y plus 2z equal to 5, and the other equation is y plus z is equal to 6. Okay, simply add these two equations, we get 3z equal to 11 or z is equal to 11 upon 3. If we put z equal to 11 upon 3 in the second equation, okay, then y comes out to be 6 minus 11 upon 3, that is 7 upon 3. Okay, so x was 0, y is 7 upon 3 and z is 11 upon 3. So this is a point 0 comma 7 by 3 comma 11 by 3 is a point on our line of intersection. Okay, so equation will be x minus 0, or we can write it in vector form, r equal to a, that is 0 I cap plus 7 by 3 j cap plus 11 by 3 k cap, a plus some lambda times parallel vector, and parallel vector was minus 3 I cap plus 5 j cap plus 4 k cap. So this is our answer. Okay, so in this way we can find the equation of line of intersection of any two planes. Okay, always remember that line of intersection is parallel to the cross product of two normal vectors of the plane. Okay, now let us solve some very important questions. These are some important questions. The first one is to find the distance of the point 1 0 minus 3 from the plane this. Okay, if this is the only question, find the distance of the point 1 0 minus 3 from the plane this, then we will consider that distance to be perpendicular distance. But in this question it is given that we have to find this distance 1 0 minus 3 from the plane this, but we have to measure this distance, okay, measured parallel to the line this. Okay, so we have to calculate this distance by going parallel with this line. Okay, so let me draw a figure. Let this be our plane. Okay, and this is our line. How can I conclude that line and plane are not parallel? You can easily see the normal vector of plane is what? I cap minus j cap minus k cap, and the parallel vector of the line is 2 I cap plus 3 j cap minus 6 k cap. Okay, if I take the dot product of these two vectors, I will get 2 minus 3 plus 6, so this will be 8 minus 3, that is 5. So n dot b vector is not equal to 0. It means the line and plane are not parallel. If this n dot b vector is equal to 0, the dot product of n and b vector is 0, then the line will be, because this is line and this is our, let's say, this is our normal vector. Okay, if this normal vector and the parallel vector of line, if the dot product of these two vectors is equal to 0, it means this normal vector and parallel vector, if they become perpendicular, then line will be parallel to the plane. Okay, so in this case this is not equal to 0. It means the normal vector and parallel vector are not perpendicular. It means the line is not parallel to the plane. So this was our line. Let us consider this to be our point 1 comma 0 comma minus 3. So we have to find this distance of the point from the plane by going along the parallel direction of the line. Okay, so let's say if I move from A towards the plane in parallel to the line, to the given line, okay, then we reach at some point B which is in the plane. Okay, so we have to find this distance AB. Okay, so how can we do this? This is not perpendicular distance, so we cannot apply the formula for perpendicular distance. So we have to write the equation of the line AB. Equation of line AB. Okay, because then only we can find what is the coordinate of B, and then by using distance formula we will find the distance between these 2 points A and B. Okay, so in order to write the equation of the line AB, this is very simple, because the line AB is parallel to the given line. Okay, so the parallel vector will be this 2I plus 3j minus 6k only. Okay, lines are parallel, so parallel vector will also be same, and the point is already given. The point from where line AB is passing, that is I cap minus 3 k cap, 1 comma 0 comma minus 3. So the equation of line AB will be what? This will be R equal to A plus lambda times B. Okay, and then we can assume any point on this line AB, that is B point, to be 1 plus 2 lambda and 3 lambda comma minus 3 minus 6 lambda. B lies in the plane So it must satisfy the equation of the plane. The equation of the plane was what? X minus y minus z equal to 9. So if I satisfy this B point in the equation of plane, we will get this 1 plus 2 lambda minus y and minus z is equal to 9. Okay, so 6 plus 2, that is 8, minus 3 is 5 lambda, and this 9 minus 4 is equal to 5, so lambda comes out to be 1. If lambda is 1, then B point is what? This is 3 comma 3 comma minus 9. Okay, by putting the value of lambda here in the coordinates of B. Okay, so we have 2 points A and we have B, so we can easily calculate what is the distance between A and B. This will be our answer. Okay, you can do it by yourself. Let us see the second question that says you have to find the equation of the projection of line this on the plane this. Okay, there is a given plane, okay, and a given line. Again we can observe that the line is not parallel to the plane. Okay, line is not parallel to the plane. How we can observe this? By taking the dot product of this parallel vector of line and the normal vector of plane. Parallel vector of line is 2i minus j plus 4k, and normal vector of the plane is I plus 2j plus k cap. If I take the dot product of these two vectors, I get 2 minus 2 plus 4, comes out to be 4 is not equal to 0, and hence the line is not parallel to the plane. So let me draw it like this. So this is our line. Okay, and this was our plane. Okay, you have to find the projection of this line in the plane. What does projection means? Projection means if I apply a light source from above, then the shadow of this line on this plane will be called as the projection of this line in the plane. Okay, so how can we determine this projection? The projection is also a line, so we have to write the equation of a line. Okay, there are many methods. We can do it by this. Just take any 2 points on the given line. Consider any 2 points and just draw the foot of perpendicular. Just drop the perpendicular from the given point on the given plane. Okay, just drop perpendicular from these 2 points on the given plane. Let this point to be A dash and this to be B dash. Okay, so by just applying the formula for perpendicular, the foot of perpendicular, we can get what is the coordinate of this A dash, what is the coordinate of this B dash. Okay, so if I get these 2 points A dash and B dash, I can easily write what is the equation of the line A dash and B dash. Okay, now the question is, how do we consider any 2 points on the line? So our line is what? X minus 1 upon 2 equal to y plus 1 upon minus 1 equal to z minus 3 upon 4. Let this be equal to lambda. So any point on this line can be written as 2 lambda plus 1. Compare this, x with lambda, then y with lambda, then z with lambda. Okay, we'll get x as 2 lambda plus 1, y as minus lambda minus 1, and z as 4 lambda plus 3. So this is any point on the given line. If I put lambda equal to say lambda equal to 1, I will get a point to be 3 comma minus 2 comma 7. If I put lambda equal to 0, I will get one point as 1 minus 1 3. Okay, let this be A, let this be B. Now drop these perpendiculars from these 2 points to get A dash and B dash, and write the equation of A dash B dash. That will be the projection of line. Okay, Let's move on to the next question, that is we have to find the image of the line in the plane. Okay, we have already discussed how to find the image of a point, image of the point in a plane. Okay, for that we have a formula, but in this case this there is not a point, we are given with a line, and we have to find the equation of image of this line in a plane. Consider this plane to be a plane mirror. The image of a line will be a line itself. Okay, the image of line will not be a point, it will be a line only. So let me draw a rough sketch. Let this be our plane, let this be our plane. Okay, and the equation of the plane is what? This is the equation of the plane. Okay, we have to find the image of this line. The one thing we can observe here is this line and the given plane, these are parallel. Just observe what is the parallel vector of line, that is 9 I cap minus j cap and minus 3 k cap. What is the normal vector of the plane? That is 3 I cap minus 3 j cap and plus 10 k cap. If you take dot product of these two vectors, you will get 27 plus 3 and minus 30, which comes out to be 0. It means the normal vector, it means the normal vector of line, sorry, the normal vector of plane is perpendicular to the parallel vector of line, this. So if I draw any line parallel with our parallel vector, then this line will be parallel to the given plane. Okay, if the line is parallel to the given plane, so this will be a very simple case. You can easily observe that the image of this line will also be this image line will also be parallel to our given line. So in order to write the equation of this image line, we will be requiring two things. One is any point on the line and other is parallel vector. Parallel vector is already given. The parallel vector of given line is also the parallel vector of our image line, because these two lines are parallel. Okay, so the only thing we need here is any point on the image line. For that we can consider any point on the given line and take the image of that point in our plane. Okay, that image will be on the image line. Okay, so if I consider this point to be A, I can get the image of A in the plane as A dash. Okay, A is any point on the given line. I can take it as 1, 2, minus 3. Okay, so let me take this 1, 2, minus 3. Okay, and let me consider this image of A point to be HKL. Then I can apply the formula for the calculation of image of a point, that was h minus x1, that is h minus 1, divided by coefficient of x, that is 3, k minus 2 divided by coefficient of y, equal to L minus 3 divided by coefficient of z, equal to minus 2, and we will put this point in the equation of plane, that will be 3 minus 6 minus 30 minus 26 and divided by 9 plus 9 plus 100. Okay, okay, so this will be, you can solve, this is minus 56 and minus 3 will be minus 59. Minus 59 into minus 2 will be 118. Denominator is also 118, so we will get 1. So if I compare this h minus 1 upon 3 to 1, I get h as 4, and similarly I get this k as 2 minus 3, that is minus 1, and this L point as 10 minus 3, that is 7. So this image point, that was A dash, it comes out to be 4 minus 1 comma 7. Okay, so I have a point on the image line, I have the parallel vector of the image line. I can easily write what is the equation of the image line. Okay, I hope you are getting it. Let us move on to the next question. So the next question is, a ray of light is passing through a point 1 comma 2 comma 3. It strikes on a plane that is x plus y plus z equal to 12 at some point B, and then upon reflection it passes through the point 3 comma 5 comma 9. What are the coordinates of the point B? Okay, let me draw a rough sketch. Let us consider this to be our plane, which is basically a reflecting plane. Okay, one side is polished, and whatever the light ray comes from the other side, it will get reflected towards same side. Okay, so this light is coming from 1 comma 2 comma 3, and it strikes on the point B on the plane. Okay, so this is our incident line, incident ray, and this is our reflected ray. Upon reflection it is passing from some point that is 3 comma 5 comma 9. Okay, okay, this was our plane. Let me shade it. Okay, this was our plane. We are asked what are the coordinates of this point B, that is the point of incidence. Okay, if somehow we are able to write the equation of line BC, the equation of line, this line BC. Okay, if somehow we are able to find the equation of line BC, okay, then by solving that line with the plane we can get what are the coordinates of the point B. Okay, so let us try to write the equation of line BC. So I am extending this line BC in the downward direction in the other direction. Okay, you can easily visualize that if this angle is theta, this angle will also be theta, and this angle will also be theta. So any point, if I take any point on this incident ray, let me call this as incident ray. Okay, and this to be reflected ray. If I take any point on this incident ray here, the image of that point in the plane will lie on this reflected line. Okay, so if we are able to observe this thing, then we can easily write the equation of line BC. Okay, so let me take any point on the line that is incident ray. Okay, so let us consider this A point only, because A point is also on the incident ray. So just write this image of this A point in the given plane, that is x plus y plus z is equal to what? 12. Okay, so how we can write the image of any point in the plane? We have the formula. If we are saying that HKL is the image, then we'll write the formula as h minus 1 upon 1 equal to k minus 2 upon 1 equal to L minus 3 upon 1 equal to minus 2 times, we'll put the point A in the equation of plane, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 minus 12 divided by 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is a square plus b square plus c square. This whole thing comes out to be 3 to 5 1 6 minus 12 is minus 6 into minus 2, that is 12 upon 3 12 upon 3 is what? 4. So by comparing these three terms with 4, I get h equal to what? H equal to 5 and k equal to 6 and L equal to 7. Okay, so this image comes out to be what? 5, 6, 7. So if we are having this image point, we can write now the equation of line BC. What will be equation of line BC? It will be x minus x1. Okay, let me take this as the point from where the line is passing. Okay, so x minus 3 upon 5 minus 3 equal to y minus 5 upon 6 minus 5 equal to z minus 9 upon 7 minus 9. Okay, equation of line passing through any 2 points comes out to be x minus 3 upon 2, y minus 5 upon 1 and z minus 9 upon minus 2. So this is the equation of line BC. What are the coordinates of B? Okay, so we just need to solve this. We just need to solve this line with the plane. Okay, so B, let B, because B is the point on the line BC, if I consider this to be equal to lambda, so B is any point on the line, B is some point on the line BC, so it will be of the form 2 lambda plus 3 lambda plus 5 and 9 minus 2 lambda. Okay, and this B also lies on the plane, so it must satisfy the equation of plane, that is x plus y plus z equal to 12. So we will get 2 lambda plus 3 plus lambda plus 5 plus 9 minus 2 lambda equal to 12. 2 lambda get cancelled and 9 plus 3 get cancelled with 12, so lambda comes out to be minus 5. Okay, if lambda is minus 5, now we can write what are the coordinates of this B. Okay, just put the value of lambda. So minus 10 plus 3 will be minus 7, minus 5 plus 5 will be 0, and 9 plus 10 will be minus 19. So this is our answer. Okay, so let us stop here. In the next lecture we will see the family of planes. Okay, thank you.